Good morning wanderers, today I'm walking to California, not the one in America, but the California that's in Stowmarket. Come with me.
Come along, yeah you know you can. Walking on, he's the walking man.
So I'd just like to acknowledge Steve Williams' great book, Do You Wonder Where You Wander? It tells you about all the street names in Stowmarket. That's been a great source of research in this video. I think the book's out of print, but I'm sure Stowmarket Library, when it reopens, has got a copy. So we're in week 7 of lockdown. I have to say the town centre is pretty much like a ghost town again. Very few people out. So today we're going to look at 3 street names and find out the history behind them. Why are streets called certain names, which may be just my obsession, but I find it quite interesting. Some of you might. So why is this called Lime Tree Place? Well, it appears that there was a farmhouse near here, adjacent to this land when they were building on the field. It was called the Lime Trees, and so the street took its name from that. So this little development of Lime Tree Place and Bridge Street was once called California. It was called California mainly because it was built during the American gold rush in California, and as the properties developed there was a sort of hint that this was like another gold rush, so it became nicknamed California, but the name didn't ever stick. The other hint of the Lime Trees farm is this old pink house opposite the Regal on Ipswich Street, which is called the Limes. This little community of Lime Tree Place and Bridge Street became a self-contained community at the start because it had 2 pubs, a post office and a bakery. I mean, what more do you need? And from what I can work out, the bakery was somewhere on the corner here at the junction with Bridge Street. So if you know, leave a comment down below. I think it could have been this house, or one just round the corner, not sure. If you know, leave a comment in the comment section. So we now come to Bridge Street at the end of Lime Tree Place. So why is this called Bridge Street? Well, let's walk down to the end and see if we can find out. So obviously at the moment it just comes down to the Relief Road and stops at the junction with Takers Lane, which we'll come to in a minute. Of course, even in my lifetime this road wasn't here. As I was saying, even in my lifetime this Relief Road wasn't here, and so Bridge Street carried on down here, which now goes down to the lorry park. So this one's simple to work out, in that Bridge Street came down to the River Rat and was where the bridge crossed the river, which back in the day when its name was one of the few crossings. This is the River Rat, and we come obviously to the industrial area here. There's a great little river walk if you walk out of Stowmarket, get onto the River Gipping, you can walk all the way to Needham Market. I just want to show you something about the river while we're down here, although I'm going to do that in another video. So you can see the much bigger River Rat, which was originally the main river. Now we think of it as a small river, but it was originally the main river. It was the Orwell, and it joins there with the River Gipping. And here you get the actual true importance of the rivers, because the Rat's much wider and the Gippin's a tributary, and that's how it was. The Gippin only became thought of as being more important because it was sort of widened to take boats right into town in Stowmarket. So I'm walking back now towards Bridge Street again. I'm going to go and look at Takers Lane, but this is probably a good moment to say that really Stowmarket grew here because of these two rivers. In ancient days, the settlers, if you're looking for a place where you've got a good water supply, where two rivers meet, we're in business. If one dries up, the other might not. And so it was at the convergence of the Orwell, as it was back then, the River Rat and the River Gipping, where they met. That's really what started the development of Stowmarket in ancient days, and that's how the town grew. But now the rivers are kind of largely, they're out of sight, so often out of mind, and people sort of see the Gipping when they're walking the dog, might see the River Rat when you cross the bridge at Coombs Ford, or if you go wander further at Wash Lane. But a lot of the time the rivers are forgotten, but it's the two rivers meeting there, and that's why Stowmarket began to develop at the meeting of the two rivers, because there was resources here. There was fertile soil, there's two rivers to water the fields, get water for drinking, water for grazing animals. And so when the original settlers came through, they kind of stuck with it, because it was a bountiful land, a land of plenty. We don't often think of Stowmarket like that, but that's why it developed here at these two rivers. So we're going to cross back across the Relief Road now. A little bit safer these days during the lockdown, as there's no cars about. Actually, this is Takers Lane here. So the very respectable Takers Lane now, very genteel. Sort of a nice calm backwater of the town, very desirable. This used to be the main route up to Stow Upland back in the day, obviously going down to the bridge we've just crossed at Bridge Street. But there's no record of any connection of anyone called Taker, and so where the street got its name from is a little bit of a mystery, except that a poem has been uncovered, which is in Steve Williams' great book, which may suggest a rather more sinister origin of the name Takers Lane. And it turns out one time this was the place sort of highwaymen, robbers and thieves would hide out, especially in the evening, and take your stuff. They were the takers, and that might be why it was called Takers Lane. It's not really known, but there is this poem about Takers Lane. Morning or evening, sunshine or rain, enter not, Takers Lane, for lurking there in thicket and den are robber outlaws and highwaymen. Peep, if you will, round the corner and spy the sinister gleam of their sentinel eye, deep in the bushes, but venture not near. That is the click of the trigger you hear. If you ever go in, you'll never come out. They'll leap on their prey with a terrible shout. They will knit their brows in a terrible frown. As they take you up and set you down, they will bare their teeth in a terrible grin as they take you off and take you in. They will roll their eyes with a terrible curse as they take your name and take your purse. They will take your card, your hat and your cane, your diamond ring and your watch and chain, your pipe, your boots, for their hearts are stone, their clothes off your back and the flesh off your bones. They will take a note of all that you say. They will take your character clean away. They will take your breath, they will take your life, they will take your love to to the bairns and wife, take heed of their taking ways. In bypath jungle, the heedless pays. Morning or evening, sunshine or rain, take any turning, but take as lane. So obviously we don't really know about the origin of Taker's Lane, but the poem suggests it probably had a reputation at some stage. But now it's a very pleasant, respectable residential area, which I'd be happy to walk down there at night, no problem. So the walk of 1,000 miles is going something like this. We're making some progress. Need to keep walking to catch up. Thanks for watching today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up on YouTube. Click the like button, click the subscribe button, the little bell icon. Get notifications of new videos.